Your EAC system might already be connected to various wired access solutions. But one of the most powerful ways to expand your access control comes with the online integration of wireless locks. Aperio from ASSA ABLOY is the fast, simple way to extend access beyond your wired doors. At the center of it all, the Aperio Hub, creating a dedicated wireless network, sending and receiving data to and from every Aperio device installed. Thus, the hub acts as the important bridge between your wireless locks and your EAC system. The Aperio Hub is a vital element for online applications, combining reliable, field-proven hardware and software with secure wireless technology. But for the system to work properly, the hub depends on stable communication with every Aperio device. If the wireless connection between the hub and a device gets disrupted, becomes weak, or is interfered with, the lock may not operate online as expected. With this in mind, a few key factors need to be considered during the initial installation of the hub. Let's go through some key steps to avoid installation issues and get the best long-term performance and reliability from your setup. First of all, installing an Aperio Hub follows the same principles as installing any other wireless network. The hub should be placed with as few obstacles between itself and the locks as possible, ideally keeping a clear line of sight. Avoid mounting the hub above ceilings or behind walls, since an intermediate layer will reduce wireless signal strength. This also means the hub must always be installed on the same floor as your locks are, because any ceiling will block the signal. Make sure the hub is at least 20 centimeters away from metal framing or roof structures, because metal can block or reflect wireless signals. Keeping these basics in mind helps prevent interference with the hub's network. But to achieve a truly reliable connection, it's also important to understand how the Aperio Hub distributes its signal. Let's start with the hub's built-in internal antenna. It's the default antenna used unless you switch to another option. The internal antenna creates a wireless coverage area that extends mainly forward from the hub. The beam has a range of up to 25 meters. Any Aperio device within this zone will connect reliably. There's also a small round coverage area behind the hub. While devices may still work there, this zone usually isn't relevant for practical installations. When using the hub's external antenna, the coverage zone's shape changes dramatically. With the external antenna, the hub provides a full 360-degree field, forming a donut-shaped coverage area, which spans roughly 12.5 meters around the hub. Looking at these two very different coverage patterns, it's easy to see that each one fits very different installation scenarios. The goal is always the same. Every installed Aperio device needs to be placed inside the hub's wireless field. To make this even clearer, let's go through a few typical examples. Many typical hallways of up to 25 meters long and around 5 meters in height can be fully covered by a single Aperio hub. In such a situation, two installation types are possible, depending on the cabling conditions on site. Either install the hub on the ceiling or install it on a wall. If you decide to install the hub on the ceiling, use the external antenna. Ideally, place the hub in the center of the ceiling, so its coverage reaches every lock along the hallway. If you choose to install the hub on a wall, pick one of the end walls and mount it centered on the wall. Choose an installation height between a standard door and the ceiling. Using the internal antenna will then cover all locks within the 25-meter hallway range. This example shows that in many cases, the preferred installation location determines which antenna technology you should use. If you need to mount the hub above a height of 5 meters, you may need to use multiple hubs. Use the internal antenna and let the hubs point downward to create a coverage area that reliably includes all Aperio devices below. Just to make it perfectly clear for you, wrongly choosing the external antenna instead would create a network that doesn't cover any devices. This example clearly shows that the installation position and antenna type must always be selected to suit your specific environment and overall installation. Let's look at one final example. What if you need to cover an area that's larger than the range of one single hub? The solution is simple. Add more hubs to extend the coverage. For a long hallway, you might place one hub on each end wall. Or, if the hallway is even longer, add additional hubs with external antenna along the ceiling. When using multiple hubs in a single installation, it is recommended to pair each Aperio reader with the nearest hub that has a direct line of sight. This ensures the reader has the strongest possible signal. In general, you can combine hubs in any way that creates a complete, continuous coverage area. The hub's placement becomes straightforward once you understand how each antenna type spreads its signal and how to best flood the space with reliable network coverage. When choosing the installation point for your Aperio hub, also always look out for other wireless signals in the area. Wi-Fi routers, security radios, emergency exit signs, radio-controlled lights, and GSM or LTE antennas, or any other Wi-Fi and Bluetooth devices can all interfere with the hub's network. Make sure the hub is installed at least 2 meters away from any device that emits potentially disruptive frequencies. This also applies to other Aperio hubs, since they can interfere with one another if placed too closely. A distance of at least 2 meters should be maintained. As you can see, once you have understood the antenna coverage of an Aperio hub, it should be easy for you to set up your network and get a reliable wireless Aperio experience.